So, I think it's about time we go get that antidote.
But first, we're going to appreciate the scenery.
I mean, how could you not?
And also appreciate the O-face monument we left behind of Carmilla's body.
I could do without that.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that her body disappeared then. Dracula was rather hesitant about letting that dodo go free. Even he seems to realize just how useless they are. I don't know why I didn't fast forward through this part. I'm sorry.
It's okay. A little bit of asset management never hurt anyone.
I mean, just imagine how frustrating, the relic system must be for those who didn't pay out for the Transmute and Absorb DLC. Like, I still don't understand why, aside from just pure greed, why this wasn't part of the main game.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It's bizarre.
Sometimes that's all Konami needs as an excuse is greed.
I wonder if this particular diary is meant to be a reference to Vincent Valentine.
Maybe.
I mean, we've already had references to Portal, Day of the Tentacle, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I promise that once we get to the DLC, there will be an extremely weird reference, even by this game's standards. Okay, Gabriel, now that I'm back from the dead, I figured that we should just get ourselves a dog. Before we start having kids again, bring a pet back into our relationship.
Are you trying to tell me that Gabriel and Maria are the kind of parents who treat their pets as fur babies?
Well, yeah, before Lords of Shadow 1, yeah, they were like they were the most adorable, precocious couple you ever did damn see. So now that we have mist, we can pass through gates. And we can ride currents.
Ooh. Oh!
Oh.
It's also around this point that I decided to switch computers from my main desktop computer to my gaming laptop. For whatever reason, my gaming laptop actually runs this game better than my regular dedicated gaming PC. I don't know why.
What do you have in your PC versus your laptop?
My PC is good enough that it should be able to run a game from 2014. So anyway, here's the Switch. It looks significantly better. And this is what I'll be using for the rest of the LP.
Actually, that does look a lot better.
Yeah, that's pretty clean.
All right, so this is another optional rat puzzle. Again, I have to make sure that everyone is with me before I proceed. It's got to be. I just got to do it. And over here is a pillar of sacrifice.
Sacrifice a rat. I guess we can do it this way too. That's fine.
All right, slit your wrist. Come on, you drama queen.
Come on, where's the Hot Topic t-shirt DLC we all know that you want? So yeah, there's not all the Pillar of Sacrifices have Kleidos nails. Some of them have upgrades to your relics. All right, now we can go. Yeah, I was very surprised by how cute I found the rats on my LP playthrough of this game. And this paint box is very strangely placed since there's overlap between the context-sensitive prompts.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't just move it over a little bit.
Oh, the prompt for the rats.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was a prompt to jump down or something. You could miss the box.
Anyway, we're gonna get a new gameplay mechanic. It's these landmines. These are not normal landmines. They are special vampire landmines. And I tried to get caught in these landmines, but they missed me. So I had to go out of my way to get caught by them.
You know, when you said vampire landmines, I thought they were going to explode into, like, Sunny D or something.
Or they're like flashbangs, like solar flare grenades or something.
That was anticlimactic.
These guys do not like Nualan the Miserable.
Yeah, that's an epitaph.
I do not want to be the descendants of Nualan the Miserable who have to live with this memorial proudly displayed in Victory Plaza for all to shame my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. So from now on, riot police will deploy landmines around the battlefield. And there are several different ways to neutralize landmines. We'll be going over them. So the easiest way is to just use a void dagger or do shadow dagger, but that doesn't neutralize them for very long. It just temporarily paralyzes them for maybe just a couple of seconds at most. Also, you can use mist to dodge gunfire. With the riot police, it doesn't work very well because they have automatic machine gun fire. I also wanted to test whether riot police had landmines or whether they were damaged by landmines. But even though you could clearly see that it sparked their armor, enemies are immune to landmines.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
disappointed.
Disappointing, yeah.
Wait, could you like throw a Dishonored vampire into one, or because they're vampire landmines, or are they specifically Dracula mines?
They are anti-Dracula landmines, unfortunately.
Damn.
So the other way to deal with landmines, more effective way, is to use the Void Dagger, which it does not permanently disable them, but it does disable them for much longer than the Shadow Dagger does.
Kind of a clever mechanic, a little bit disappointed in the payoff.
It's a lot more interesting when you're actually fighting riot police at the same time. Not so much when you're dealing with them in the aftermath.
Yeah, I suppose.
So Whirlwind is the completely game-breaking move for the Void Sword, which I'm going to avoid using at any cost. Because it just makes the game completely boring because it's so overpowered. Vengeful Cut is a very interesting move, which I'm going to show off in a little bit. And we're also going to get an upgrade to the Sustained Whip. And also, we're going to upgrade the guillotine so that it has that fancy finisher at the end.
Ooh.
Nice.
And you can still cancel out of that finisher, just like you did. So Vengeful Cut is a theoretically infinite move. You can hold down Y, but it's not as game-breaking as you'd think, because it doesn't actually hit until the end of its animation. So it's good for crowd control, but not much else. Also, I ran into an interesting bug here. There's no enemies around, but I hit a barrel. And the battle music started playing.
Uh-huh.
And it would continue playing for like the next 5 minutes of gameplay, even though I encountered no enemies.
I mean, show that barrel who's boss, I guess?
Yeah. I guess the choir was really impressed by how much I kicked that barrel's ass. Yeah, I get it. You're very impressed. That's nice. It's still going.
Are there
It's
enemies
still
like
going.
above you or something on the
No,
level
I've
up?
killed all the I've killed all the enemies in this map. Anyway, elevator time. That was for Mass Effect 1.
The most epic bullshit climbing section ever.
Yeah, and the that's the same battle music from the parking lot. Now it starts to make sense. This is where the battle music is supposed to start. Is when you counter these enemies, but it's continued over from the previous part. Also, you may have noticed that orange flash there. There are now civilians with grenade launchers.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not a fun time. And also enemies that could just shoot piles of goo at you that carried over. If I remember correctly, I think there are like two different types of grenades that, red grenades have the delayed launch while the orange grenades are instant, but I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look it up in my guide. I may be overthinking it. So, this particular circuit breaker puzzle is one of my least favorite parts of the game, especially if you're going for collectibles.
Okay, so that's what this is. It's a puzzle room.
Yes. It's more of a timing puzzle, but you'll see what I mean. Also, if I remember correctly, this room has some of the most interesting lore from those scrolls. So it's at least interesting in that. And you'll remember that I said that there is a particular move that was very useful against shotgun enemies, and that's missed.
You can't shoot the air after all.
Yeah, you cannot shoot the air.
It's not quite the Kamaki reversal, but it'll do.
Just did not want to pick that up.
Okay, so here we're going to learn more about what Lord Zobek has been up to. So Zobek has basically been an extreme philanthropist over the last several hundred years, essentially giving himself a good name into Castlevania City. and he is pretending to be the descendant of himself, essentially. So he is like Zobek, the identical descendant of himself, Zobek.
Well, that's pretty good cover story. I'll actually give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the battle music's still going.
So this is supposed to be one really long gauntlet then, huh?
No, it's a glitch.
Nope.
Oh.
I would find this maddening.
At this point, I realized that, okay, there were more enemies coming in. I think at some point I just used the dragon talisman because I just don't want to deal with the rest of this crap. So we've turned the circuit breaker back on, but it's an old circuit breaker and it's on a timer. So we have to go through these elevators.
I mean, that's just how circuit breakers worked in, 2006.
Yes, everyone knows that electricity became significantly advanced after the 2008 financial crash.
We had to do something to jumpstart the economy. That's what's meant by sustainable power and policy,
I think it's around here where I just decide, screw this, I'm gonna use the talisman, which will kill every enemy in this map.
Shitty demon!
Thanks, Mikhail.
And of course, because of the glitch, the battle music is still going even though all the enemies are dead. Okay, so I mentioned before there was vampire romance in this world. This is it. And it was not about Dracula, it was about Alucard.
Huh.
I love the idea that a vampire romance film becomes a politically charged and highly controversial film because the church has so much control and power over the government in this universe. And also the fact that because the church is so restrictive on media, that vampire romance as a concept does not become a thing until 1982.
I'm just imagining the backlash of Twilight getting published in this world.
I kind of want to see Alucard the Vampire, or like a snippet of it, like something like you see like this old bashed up cinema that's playing like a small reel of Alucard the Vampire, and I want to see it as like this like really low budget B movie romance schlock, and I would sit there and watch the entire thing. But no, Mercury Steam, you denied me this one opportunity of humor.
You do understand it was 1982. It would have been Tom Hanks as Alucard.
Oh yeah, I could buy that.
You're saying that's a bad thing?
I didn't think I was going to be onto something there. I was wrong.
Okay, so you're saying that in this universe, this universe's version of Sleepless in Seattle is Alucard the Vampire.
Yes.
Okay, I'm even more on board now. I want to see that.
You just have to hold out for season 4 of the animated series. 'Cause 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 'cause
Come on, don't let us down.
I wonder what the real Alucard thought of his betrayal, and whether he ate Tom Hanks afterward. Okay, so at this point, I was really frustrated from having gone through all of that shit. I ran all the way back up because it's only 2 minutes to go from the bottom of the circuit breaker all the way to the top again. Because while we were speculating over Tom Hanks' vampire fan fiction, I was supposed to be pointing out how much this part sucks. But just trust me, it sucks.
I imagine it's a lot more entertaining when you have Tom Hanks, the vampire stud, just in your thoughts.
Yeah, and of course the tie-in video game, Tom Hanks' Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Oh, I heard that didn't do so hot.
It was a cult classic.
It's better with the community patches.
Okay, so looking through this cutscene here, what do you think the solution to this puzzle is?
Shoot a stalactite up top and let it destroy the virus? Wait, wrong game.
Well, remember, we have to get the antidote. What do you think the solution is?
Shut off their nanomachines? Wait, I think that's also the wrong game.
I think you have to find a doomph.
The antidote.
See, at this point, I had forgotten completely about this puzzle. So I was wondering what the hell I was supposed to do. My first instinct was going over to this shadow portal and then just waiting by the door for a scientist to come out and then sneaking in through the door when the scientist walked in. Because it looks like you could sneak right through there. Because it seems like that's where your eye is being drawn. But there's an invisible wall.
What?
I'm pushing the analog stick forward. That's not what you're supposed to do. So what you're meant to do is restore your appearance back there, and then wait for another scientist, possess him, and go in through there.
That would have been my next guess, but why even have the rat section at all?
I know, it's strange. Thankfully, the scientist has no peripheral vision. And also that the Golgoth guard cannot see past his flashlight.
And he can't hear the screams of pain and agony.
Yeah.
as he's slowly losing all sense of self.
Doesn't notice the guy showing up for work drunk.
I can only assume that the biochemic scientists have to show up drunk constantly in order to get through all of the horrific experiments they're being forced to do.
I was gonna say, this just seems like a normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey Bob, how's it going? Oh good, I finally caught Alucard the Vampire on Netflix.
Hey, whatever happened to that Tom Hanks guy? He only did the one movie. Good thing Dracula remembered the basics of CQC.
What?
Shut up, I'm listening to my banging tunes.
What?
Oh, sure, now you get your taxi service open. Thanks a lot. That's really convenient.
Uber!
Okay, let's be honest. He uses Lyft.
We really couldn't have just done that and, grabbed a vial and then just, pieced out?
And now we have to go and deal with the thirsty squid on top of it.
You injected me with, you insect!
Your own antidote, my dear.
Okay, so keep in mind, all of the dialogue that Volkova had originally about God dying, the dialogue that strongly implied that she was Satan's acolyte,
Something's wrong. The possession isn't disappearing.
you idiots! I think there were two different versions of this plot that somehow got crossed. No one caught this in the chaos.
So the dragon still lives. We thought you dead. No matter. You want to know where the acolytes are? Behold before you a child of Satan!
That was the name of my rock band!
My father fears you. He fears you may ruin his plans. I cannot allow that.
Just so we're clear, my father is Elon Musk.
We'll stand in the way of his return. You see, my father takes this all very personal. As soon far out, you and your lackey have a date with hell.
Hey, I've already been there. I'm not too impressed.
That it was I, his beloved daughter, who sent you there. Lucifer in omnium meum negotia.
I can't help but notice that she isn't getting any more attractive.
So, unlike with Roland's spell, I don't know where this one is from. I can't track it down.
And thus, 10 billion yen flew down to the bottom of the tower.
Thank you!
His insurance rates are gonna skyrocket.
Where is she gone? Nowhere.
And then Volkova pulls out a piece of paper. I am the latest head of the Zobek Corporation!
I mean, that's a lucky pull. You don't see a mint condition blue eyes white dragon anymore.
I will cast a spell of confusion around
Especially not since it was retconned.
signals.
I just love that Zobek still gets to do magic even in his suit. That's just such an urban fantasy vibe. I love it.
Finish it off. Now.
Some of this is brilliant. I almost feel like two teams were working on it.
Match for me.
All right, so this is our final fight against Volkova. I really like this fight. I also like the fact that you can pretty much just outright dodge most of her unblockable attacks using Mist, which makes it really satisfying when you can get a good combo string going against her.
Yeah, that's pretty rad, actually.
Throw your spirit at my father's feet.
Also, sometimes she does that, and in that case, you throw a Chaos Bomb into her mouth, and it does some extra damage.
Is she the fucking gaping demon from, Dark Souls?
I mean, she just might be.
Distant cousin.
Also, that tongue attack she does is one of those similar to one of those grab attacks that Carmilla did, which is inescapable without using Mist.
I won't be able to hold on much longer.
You couldn't have waited to use the bathroom or done it sooner?
My father anxiously awaits you in hell.
Yeah, I'm trying to point out here that Volkova's electricity is similar to Carmilla's. Also, that tornado attack she does, which is pretty rare, but that also counts as a grab attack where you have to use Mist.
Interesting.
There's also that weird tongue, which is like a jump rope attack, basically. From now on, every boss will have at least one, like, grab attack.
Something for the Mist to do during the battle, I'm sure.
Something that is, something that's Mist exclusive.
Just gotta justify its inclusion.
Yeah.
Bless me, Father, for today I will deliver unto you the dragon.
Actually, those mist dodges are reminding me a lot of Bayonetta. Like when you don't quite do the perfect dodge, but you still get like the bat dodge. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. Oh, Crow Within? Is that it?
Bat Within, I think?
Oh, yeah, it was Bat Within. Crow Within is something else. But the thing is that you'll notice that Mist still works on a cooldown timer. You can't use it forever.
Oh, okay.
So you can rely on it for a couple of attacks, but then eventually you need to dodge, or wait for it to regenerate.
So yeah, going kind of back to Bayonetta, where it's like you can dodge like 4 times in a row, but then you get like a cooldown animation or something like that.
Except if you're playing as Jean, where you can dodge as much as you want. So this finishing cutscene reminds me a lot of the one against Carmilla in the first game. Just in terms of how over the top it is. That is very much an anime run right there.
Would have been 10. Did her severed arm just give us the cheeky, game gesture?
I think so. She's still got the void sword embedded in her head. Look at.
Somebody here's seen Advent Children.
Yes, split it wide open.
Хорошо, very good, Dracula.
This could be the best stab in this series.
Please edit in Rules of Nature.
I just might.
Time to wake up, Father.
Trevor. My son.
Oh shit, I have a son.
Wake up! Father!
Shit, I can't be late for his silver screen debut.
I need to convince him not to kill Tom Hanks. One day he'll make Saving Private Ryan and resurrect his career.
We forgive him for that Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh, it's strange to think that we've made Tom Hanks as some sort of one-hit wonder hack in this alternate universe.
One-hit wonder hack who had the role of a lifetime and then got eaten. That's this universe's version of the Razzies, by the way.
What, you just get eaten by Dracula and or Alucard?
Yeah, we didn't like your film.
Which would make the Razzies the most powerful movie awards show in the history of the world, really. Because there are severe
Everyone
consequences
wants to
for
do
winning.
a good job because they fear the results. It's the most terrifying night of the year. The Razzie Awards.
Oh no.
It's called the Razzies because the blood looks like raspberry jam. If anyone's watching in the cut commentary, I'm sorry, this joke makes no sense. Go back and watch the uncut commentary. It'll all the context will be there.